Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Lions will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
To the air, it's Raiola. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Snagged in the middle, it's Wilson. And he's down right there, picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They go to the ground. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll leave it with him. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the running back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. And the freshman just threw it behind him that time. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job between those two.
From the gun, the ground game. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They want to throw it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. That's a good play on 3rd and short if you can get them aggressive and a defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On the ground, it's Wallace. Able to get one down to the 15.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They might need a telescope to find the 1st down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very, very long. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating. And they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that 1st drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Setting up the screen. Bulldozes his way through. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing, you got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Give to the running back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
They'll run it from the gun. Open space at the 25. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Quick with the spin move. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. pulls it and fires to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And a great job by this defense, knowing it's 3rd and short, understanding the situation, playing very balanced with their RPO, coming up, tackling the running back, forcing the 4th down.
The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to risk a return here, calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Makes a connection. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Fighting off the defender. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not a really huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, running back on the move. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Throws to the wideout. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged on the outside, it's Saunders. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. They're going to throw it again. Looking left. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Got it. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't do. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Raiola. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires toward the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
One more snap coming before halftime. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, you just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Keeps looking downfield. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They give it to him again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Swings it out to the flat. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They're setting up the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Jacksonville State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Buying some time. No other words, that was just a terrible throw. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Makes a move. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First and 10. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They're getting this guy lathered up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Gets it out fast. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that play.
Now on second down. Motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break.
Here we go. Squirrel.
Trying play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finds a man by himself. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
That makes the score Ohio State 38, Penn State.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep following up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Pushes ahead. He's got the 2-point conversion, but they are still way behind. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
The offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. That's caught. It's Wilson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him. Around and maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Five receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Got his man quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! What a catch and run for 6.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma State will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Justin Blackmon was a 2-time All-American, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas Tech. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late. You want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. The defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Crosses to 35. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll run it again. On the move is the 30. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Penn State, 21.
A quick timeout call by the kicking team here. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, they decide to go onside kick, and how about the effort by the kicking team, able to dive on that ball and keep possession.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Takes the handoff. It's Wallace.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On third down, he drops to throw. Avoids pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense.
He'll take a shot. And it's caught! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying his defense.
How about this? These guys are going for two. From the gun. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the two, and they will draw no closer here.
That is the score. Ohio State 45, Penn State 27.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the offense on first down. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. This offense has a second down play. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And here comes the offense on second down. And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always just a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This is